Welcome to the Livestock News Yearly Roundup. I'm Sarah Trickett, Livestock Editor at the Farmers Weekly, and I'm going to bring you a roundup of some of the top livestock stories from the year. 2012 came in with a bang, with the confirmation Schmallenberg virus had landed on UK shores. The disease, which is spread by midges, causes lamb and calf deformities, as well as production losses in adult cattle. More than 700 cases have now been confirmed across the UK, including Scotland and Wales. And although a vaccine has been developed, it is yet to be licensed, making it too late for next year's breeding season. Our reporter Rhian Price visited her home farm in South Wales to find out more on Schmallenberg ahead of next year's lambing season.
At home in Gwent, South Wales, we've got 150 ewes due to lamb at the end of March, early April, and Dad is worried ahead of what could be a devastating lambing season.
What with the bad summer and the bad autumn and the high feed prices, if we get Schmallenberg on top of it as well, it's not going to go down very good with the farmers in Wales, I'm sure, and all the rest of the country, to be honest with you.
And you put the tups in later this year.
Yes.
Do you think that might have helped a little bit?
I did put the tups in later. I didn't think the ewes were in good enough condition after the bad summer they had. If you'd gone really early in August and early September, which when we're normally tupping, there's going to be more fly infestation about that time of the year, and the midges could be biting even more. Late September, early October was very wet and cold, so I'm hoping that the midge count was down a bit when we actually want to put them to the tap.
Even so, the possible impact of Schmallenberg remains unknown, and we won't know the outcome until we start lambing next year. This is Rhian Price reporting for Farmers Weekly.
Thank you, Rhian, for that report. Now on to more livestock news. TB has continued to devastate UK farmers. The postponement of the badger cull back in October was a real setback for the industry, and now changes regarding TB testing dates are set to come into place from January 2013, leading to some real concern. There is particular worry over plans to phase out approved quarantine units and restrictions on restocking after a TB breakdown. The National Farmers Union's South West Livestock Board has recently submitted a resolution to the National Board and is hoping for a response from DEFRA and the European Commission. Now, this next story is something we are all familiar with, particularly at the moment, and that is the weather. This year has been challenging to say the least in terms of the extreme conditions. The cold and wet has tested most livestock producers' patience across the UK and left a legacy of bad quality forage and poor fertility. Farmers Weekly's Deputy Livestock Editor, Ali Balsam, is in the West Country, where recent storms have wreaked havoc across the region.
Here at Bridge Farm in Glastonbury and Somerset, 100 mils of rain have fallen in the last week. I'm here with dairy farmer David Cotton to find out how the extreme weather this year has affected business.
Well, it's been a strange old year, hasn't it? I mean, we started with that lovely dry March, so we thought, right, get turned out early, and then after that it seems to have rained and rained and rained again. I think our cows spent more time indoors this summer than they did out, which, meant that we've used a lot of our sort of spare stocks of silage that we had, and trying to do grassland management was just out the window.
So what about maize? When did you get maize off?
We've still got 6 acres that we never harvested.
So that's a complete write-off, is it?
It's not a complete write-off, but it looks to be shrinking fast with the wind blowing it down at the moment, so I think it probably will be written off unless we get some really good frosty weather in January or something to be able to harvest it.
There's no doubt that Mother Nature has caused a headache for all livestock producers this year. Let's just hope that 2013 will bring a more predictable season. This is Ali Balsam reporting for Farmers Weekly from Glastonbury in Somerset.
That was Ali Balsam reporting from Somerset. Now that's all for this year's Livestock News Roundup. Let's put a bad year behind us and hope that the new year is a better one for all farmers across the UK. Happy Christmas.